Good morning, everybody. Cindy here with Pathways Homestead. I'm gonna take you guys along on morning chores. It seems like it has been absolutely forever since I have done a chore video and an animal update. Those of you that are new, Freedom is our family milk cow. And the Karens are gonna talk super loud over the top of me because they want me to feed them. The Karens are our feeder hogs. Two of our feeder hogs, and you'll hear why I call them the Karens. But anyway, Freedom's feed is a super stock pellet, a super stock feed that has a pellet and some crushed corn or rolled corn, however you want to say, and it's a 12% pellet, and we're gonna get half of this bucket. We're gonna get half of this bucket full of the pelletized feed and corn. I guess it's called crimped corn. But I get it about half full. I'm real particular with the measurement, not really. And then I give her half oats. And these are whole oats with a little bit of beans in them, soybeans. We buy them directly from the farmer, and she gets those, and you'll be seeing more of those oats. And I know some of you guys will be asking, why don't I already have that mixed? Because it would be easy to mix it and have it stored in the barrel already mixed together, the oats and the sweet feed or super stock, whatever you want to call it. I just am flying by the seat of my pants right now. I tend to feel like I am running behind. It is so with my health issues, which are better, just I'm still not 100%, but I am better. Sorry, the chickens are fussing. I am better, but I'm not 100%. How much of that is old age because I'm getting older, and how much of that is my health issues? Some days I think it is my health issues, and but I am feeling way better, but I still get tired easier than I think I should, and so keeping up. I'm doing great at work. I do good at work. I'll take a nap in the afternoons if I'm tired when I get home from work, and then do a little bit of household chores while it's still hot, and then go and do the evening chores. But it keeps me pretty busy out here on the homestead, and I absolutely love it. I do. I love homesteading, and I hope that you see that joy as we go through this morning time of chores. I'm gonna pour a little bit of this feed into this pan so that when Freedom comes up, she'll stick her head into the stanchion and we can close the gate and she'll stay in. Not very much, just a little bit. And then I cover it with a tote so that none of the other animals get into it, and that she doesn't stop at the bucket, because she'll stop at the bucket. I'm gonna turn the camera off and go gather her and feed the Karens. Now you know why I call them the Karens. They are so loud. So Gary has a video on us soaking oats and other whole grains. I think it's on wheat actually. But we have access to oats right now that we can purchase directly from the farmer that raised those oats. And we soak these oats in water and our extra cow's milk and byproducts from the milk. So this is our slop slop barrel, where we slop the hogs. And the chickens get some of this feed as well as a layer pellet. The meat birds get this, a little bit of this as well. And I of course put some out for the ducks. It's great feed. Soaking it in the milk ups the protein value, and It is an amazing feed. So we're going to get a little bit for the Karens and get them fed so that they will be quiet while we milk. This is a little bit bigger bucket than what I got Freedom's feed in, but we're going to get it almost full and feed it to the Karens, and that'll keep them busy while we get Freedom gathered and get her milked. They have buried their feed pan in the mud wallow, so I'm going to try to get that fished out while they holler and scream at me. I think I'll go ahead and pour them a little bit of feed on the ground, and they can work on that while I get the pan out. That ought to keep them busy. It was suctioned into the mud. So let's get them some feed. That ought to keep them busy. So now I'm gonna go gather Freedom. I'm not gonna take the camera with me just because you guys have seen me gather a lot of times. And if you haven't, go back and watch one of our videos. But I'm gonna get her gathered up and we'll be back to milk. I make this fly spray from a recipe I got from Art and Bree. If I can remember, I'll put a link to it up here, but somewhere up here, but we'll see. I forgot to close the gate. Good thing she knows what she's doing. Now for her face, I spray it on the brush and brush her face because you don't want to get this in their eyes. So next is washing her up. And I left my bucket somewhere. I know where it's at. When I was talking to you guys, I left it on the tailgate of the pickup. And that's not my next step. My next step is putting on the kickers or shackles, whatever you want to call them. Hackles, lots of people call them different things. We call them kickers. It keeps them from kicking. They're just nice little ankle cuffs for her. They're padded so that she's not injured. And so we're going to put those on. It just gives us a little more protection if she gets spooked. She's not much of a kicker, but we've just found it just keeps her still better. Right, we've got those on, and then we're going to wash her up and get started. This is where I give her the rest of her feed. Yes, she knows what's coming. She knows what's coming, and she was ready for that feed. So we're going to get her milked out. Today the milk is just going into the slop bucket. So we're going to just wash her down with, this is hot soapy water, and we're just going to wash her udder down, check out her orifices, and make sure everything's good to go. Since we're not saving the milk, I'm not going to do just like the test run that I normally would do. Normally I do a test run. I give 4 to 6 squirts out of each teat into one of these feed buckets and then feed it to the cats so that we could see it, make sure there's no issues, and also to clean out those orifices and make sure if there's any debris up in there that it goes into a discard and not into our milk that we're going to use. These first 4 squirts out of each teat, I'm looking for clots. I'm looking for any issues that would lead me to believe that she had. I'm looking at color. I'm looking for clots. I'm looking for any issues that might be there, like the stream size and everything like that. Going through the ritual she'll drop her milk so that she will be ready to milk out whenever I'm ready to milk her. And already the cats are begging. So I'm going to get a little bit milked out for them and put it in their bowl. Wind is picking up. I'm still going to take you with me to put Freedom away. I'm going to let her out of the stanchion here. Come on, back up. She'll back up on her own. She's good. Whoops, she swung her head and hit the post. But you'll see her swinging her head behind me. She's fighting flies. That fly spray only works for a little while. Stop. Only works for a little while, and then then she is fighting flies again. She likes to stop and graze, and I usually spoil her and let her. But we're gonna get her put up, and she's gonna balk at me because I had to go in the house. So she's mad at me because I didn't follow a routine. Oh, she got poop. Come on. Come on. The sheep, if you can see them over there, are in trouble because they keep busting out of their hot wire. But as we're going to check on some of the other animals. And so let's see, Spotty Hog here. Spotty Hog is doing good. She's got water and she gets fed in the afternoon, evening. So she's doing good. Freeman is happy to be home, and he is growing so big. Look at how big he is. He is ginormous. I'll go stand beside him so you can see how big he is. Usually he'll let me pet him. I don't know what his deal is today. He let me pet him yesterday. Who knows? Well, I'm gonna get Freedom, put it back in the get her put back into the pasture. Fireball out there grazing. He's having a good time, getting lots of grass and water and growing. All right, we've got 2 of little mama's babies left. The other 3 we traded for propane, and they are growing like crazy and doing good. We put them out on in their own pens a while back, but they are doing fantastic. So here are the majority of the chickens. They are doing fabulous. Got their self feeder going, and they also get a big bucket of oats in the evening. I just feed them once a day. I fill the self feeder and then give them a big bucket of those soaked oats, and they do great. Of course, the sheep are in sheep jail for now. They've been misbehaving something terrible, so they are in jail for now till I can get a fence back up for them. And I'm afraid that I'm just gonna have to find them a new home. I can't keep them in the pasture, and it's getting too big of a chore for me to try to get them moved often enough. And they have figured out that they can bust out of their pen of their hot wire, so I don't want to dry lot them. They need to be eating grass, and it's just a pain. In the brooder we have meat chickens and ducklings. We have 6 ducklings and about 52 meat birds. I'm gonna need to give them some feed and some water, it looks like. We have mama hen and babies, and we just check their feed and water, and that looks good, and just feed and water them as needed. In this chicken tractor we have 21 meat birds, and they are doing good. Looks like they still have a little bit of feed left. We'll feed them this evening. Chicken tractor we have our grow out roosters, and they are finally ready to butcher. I will never, ever, ever again buy the red broilers or the black broilers for my deal. I'm sorry, I just am not pleased with them. They don't grow well. They don't grow as promised. So that will not be an option for us again. Rabbits are all doing good. One last little buck over here. And then my quail trio are doing well. Looks like somebody laid an egg after I gathered eggs yesterday. So I'll collect that. Last but not least, we have little mama. We're gonna finish up with her. She's doing good, recovering from having babies on her. And she's having a good time. She's been fed. Yes, she gets fed once a day. She's got water. She's got a good waller. We're good to go with her. Thank you guys so much for coming along with me as I do my morning chores. And I hope you guys have a blessed day. Remember, God made you special and He loves you very much.